I'm talking to this girl at this time. I told the girl I'm going to Grand Prairie. She's like, yo, can you know the boy, my man I'm talking to? So I be ducking calls. He go to Grand Prairie. I was like, see, I'm going here with more drama.
So, we are back with another episode of the Grande Prairie Talk Show, where it is our mission to dive into the struggles, the obstacles, the failures of our guests, how they overcome, and what they learn from it in the hopes to inspire, motivate, and to most importantly, to educate. Now, so that we can get 1% better, period, in all aspects of life, in any industry, whatever you're doing. Quick before we start anything, we gotta give thanks to the man upstairs. So first things first, we're gonna give thanks to God. Thank you for allowing us to be here, allowing us to get here safely, for our guest, for Ori, the man behind the camera. You can't see him, but he's here. We just want to thank him for protecting us and guiding us throughout this whole thing so far, allowing us to have no technical difficulties throughout the show. Quick recap of last week's episode. So last week's episode, we interviewed my brothers, the Melisizwe brothers, from my island. Big up Vinci one time. Big up Union Island. You know, we interviewed them, and in that interview, we get to jump into the journey from the last interview that we interviewed them, from the journey that they've made since then in the music industry, what they've done so far, what they've learned, how their roles have evolved and how they've changed. They were actually completing a little bit of history because they were headlining at the Winspear Center as the youngest headliners at the Winspear Center, three black brothers from the islands. If you weren't there, yo, you missed out. It was dope. It was lit. Should have been there. We got so much tips, not only for upcoming artists, but artists that are already in the game that you can dive into and that you can get education on each level. But today we got a special guest. Today I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? I'm so hyped, I even let y'all see my bald head. That's how you know I'm hyped. So listen, today's episode, we interviewing a legend. You know what I'm saying? A legend in the building who arguably had one of the greatest basketball careers in Canadian history. And we're about to dive right in. So let me break it down for who we're going to interview today. So, like I said, we got a legend in the building. He is a 3-time all-conference, all-Canadian, Canadian Player of the Year. This man, in his final year, averaged 32. Barbecue chicken for everybody. 32 a game. He is the ACAC all-time third highest scoring in history. He's also the all-time leading scorer in Grande Prairie Regional College with 17,000 points in 3 years. Not even 5. He didn't even use all his years of eligibility. In 3 years, all-time leading scorer. He is a head NBA trainer for Good Hoops Basketball. He's also the head NBA trainer for Deion Adams Agency. He is also the head assistant coach of Western Canadian Prep Academy. And not only that, Mr. Stay Patient, Keep Grinding himself, Kenny Buckets Johnson. Now, his middle name is not Buckets, but I mean, the man averaged 32 in his final year. So what you want me to say? My man.
It's good, fam. Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, in the presence of a legend right now, arguably the greatest Canadian player in college history. You know, you want to come in all the way from North Philly.
Big facts, big facts.
You know what I'm saying? They say he's 6'3". On the internet, they say he's 6'3", so we're going to go with that. Tell me, man, Kenny, where did it all start, man? Take me back to Philly.
I mean, growing up in Philly, you know, it's either the streets, basketball, or rap. But, like, I had a good foundation. Single parent home, my mom was in the military. Mom was strict. I'm the baby out the family, so I never did none of the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I just hoop. I had my best friends with me. All we did was hoop. I played every sport from bowling, playing the cello, tap dancing, soccer. I did it all growing up. So I had a good household, a good foundation growing up. So
my man said he was out here tap dancing, bowling, So yo, did those sports help you in ball later on?
I mean, playing all sports helped, but
Mhm.
my best sport growing up was baseball.
Okay.
I think that
Okay.
was my best sport. I let that one go away.
Okay.
My
Okay.
mom's still mad about it.
All right. So you're playing all these sports. You're growing up in North Philly, chilling with your boys. When did the passion and the love for ball really start?
I mean, the passion was always there, but
Mhm.
like I never really worked out,
Mhm.
So like people don't know, I started high school. I started with high school point guard at 7th grade.
Mhm.
So I was starting point guard 7th grade. I was averaging 19. I was like top 20 scorer in the city as a 7th grader. 8th grader, I was doing the same thing. So I thought I was doing something.
Mhm.
Fun fact though, if they counted my 7th and 8th and 9th grade, I might be the all-time leading scorer in Philadelphia. But
Say
we
word.
gonna let that rock. But
Okay.
playing in 7th, 8th grade, 9th at Wingcoat Academy, the school was from 6 to 12. But like the crazy thing about the school, might only have 40 to 50 people in the whole school.
Mhm. Damn.
So our gym was a YMCA
Shit.
as our home gym. It was
So
a
you,
YMCA.
so you ain't really got no home court advantage, just community advantage, really.
Community. We might have had 9 people at our game. So like 7th, 8th grade, I'm doing something. I'm doing all my brothers is playing middle school. I'm playing
Mhm.
high school against grown men. So like when like 10th grade hit,
Mhm.
I started going to my brother's games, like my people that I play AAU with. They high school games is rocking.
Mhm.
They played on Friday nights. We never played on Friday nights. We used to play like Monday, Tuesday,
Oh, you got
Thursday.
early week games.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 o'clock games. So
Damn.
I'm going to watch my best friend Dylan Moody play. He played at Penn Charter.
Mhm.
I'm watching his games. I'm like, I got to get to where I need this atmosphere if I need to get to where I need to get to.
Mhm.
So I played AAU with Positive Image. Shout out to them. I was one of the best players there.
Mhm.
But going in my 10th grade year, I said, Mom, we gotta change, man. So I went down the road. I went to Abington High.
Mhm.
So everybody know me. I like being center of attention. I used to watch High School Musical. So going from a low school to High School Musical, it was
Great.
everybody was in there. Walking down the halls, girls everywhere. The environment is just different.
Mhm.
So I just fell in love with Abington High, and then
Hold on, let me cut
mhm.
it. So you was the best player too at Abington High when you transferred over.
At first I had to earn my stripes. They
Mhm.
see a boy coming from this little school.
Mhm.
I was a little nervous. First practices, I wasn't getting the keys at first, but
Mhm.
I worked my way to being the best player on the team.
Mhm.
So being the best player on the team, at that time I was more being the best player on the team because I just want everybody in school to know who I was. I'm not from that area. I'm not from Edmonton, so I'm like the outsider. So I became the best player on that team. I became all suburban league. I
Mhm.
got to play against D1 guys like Dalton Pepper. A lot of
Mhm.
dudes. So when I did that, I feel like I can be one of the best players in Philadelphia. So that's when the grind started right there.
See, okay. See, so a lot of players, they never been the best player on a team, say, in their life at any level, right?
Mm-hmm.
So take me in a day of being the best player. When you go into school, I'm sure girls giving you attention. You walking through the hallways, everybody know you.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what a day in the life of being the best player in the school was like.
So I was the best player. Like it's weird. I was the best player everywhere I went, from first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
It didn't even feel different
It
to you.
didn't feel different. But like going to high school, playing at high school, 7th, 8th, 9th,
Mm,
you can't really tell me nothing.
mm,
Because if I see my paper and name with my big bro now, Scoop Jardine,
yeah.
you couldn't tell me nothing. So like being the best player was cool. But like being the best player at Abington High,
Mm,
everybody knew me. Like I just the attention. I love attention. It just
mm,
happened. So being around the girls,
mm.
I'm skipping classes just to be around girls. Because they can't tell me I'm doing my
I,
job on and off the court. So I got a little sidetracked at Abington High, but it was
mm,
dope being the best player. But the best player come with
lot of
a
expectations.
lot of expectations. You got to
Mm,
be able to win games, be won games. You got to be able to control the balance off the court.
mm,
And then my first environment being around white girls.
mm,
So
mm.
switching my whole environment to around white girls, everybody know it took a lot. I thought I was Zac Efron, so it was dope being the best though.
Okay, okay.
But I learned being the best not gonna get me to where I needed to get to.
Mm. Why not?
Cause being the best player, like I knew I'm not delusional. Like me
Mm,
being the best player, I ain't going to the NBA. Like
mm.
you know what I'm saying, I had some D1 interest there, but like I need to go somewhere that's gonna challenge me.
Okay.
And I feel like at Abington High, I thought I was the only person that was in love with basketball.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
why I decided to transfer.
So you then transfer down the road to Abington in France, right? And there you go. You pretty much it's like a super team at that time, right? You go, you team up with 4 of your friends, right? So tell me what that experience was like now, because now you go from being the best player, you're not you're one of the best players, but you're not the best player on this team, right? But you're playing with your boys. Tell me what that experience was like.
The crazy thing at Abington High, I knew I was transferring mid-season. Just couldn't tell nobody.
Man.
I didn't think knew I was transferring like November.
So you know way before when you
way
came.
before that was the move, But like going to Abington France, I had to go get my best friend Dylan Moody, who was my point guard for my whole life. I had to get him to leave one of his schools to come play with me.
Okay. So you're here tampering.
Yeah, tampering.
Right, okay.
So I got my point guard with me, and then over there they had a guy Joey Gripper and Jabril Traubach, who are my best friends to this day. But Jabril and Joey was tight, and then me and Moody was tight, but we knew each other from afar. So then when we came together, we all became best friends, and I got to go to school with my best friends, which was priceless.
Beat that. So now you guys are playing. So Abington and Friends is a powerhouse now, right? So you playing higher levels of competition. What was that like? Playing those levels of competition. What was the practice like? Like what was that experience like in terms of the playing?
See, the thing about our school is hard to get into. It's an academic, it costs like $40 to get into. So low key, we the only really black kids there.
Oh.
So like the thing was our practices wasn't really intense because our bench wasn't that good.
Okay.
So basically it was practice I'm always guarding Jabril and Joey's always guarding Dylan.
Okay.
But the thing was we all had to sacrifice because I had to play the 5 in high school.
How tall was you back then?
Same height now, whatever that is.
6'3".
So I'm playing the 5, which was hard, but I hold my own, But the thing was, being the second option to Jabril was people don't know. Jabril was one of the best players in the country, top 50, one of the best players in Philly. He went to Georgetown. So him killing me every day in practice got me ready for whoever else we had to go up against. So, and then that's when I found AAU. Like my real AAU, I went to go play with Team Phenom.
Okay.
I went to go play with Joey, Jabril. I had my boy Dev Coleman on the team, Maurice Watson. We had all D1 guys. So playing through that system, D1, learning how to play point guard, it was good though. But like, no understand playing 4 guards, and the tallest player 6'4". I'm guarding Deion Adams, who played in the NBA. I'm guarding Milt Jefferson, who played at Duke, played in the league. Guarding them, I'm low key holding my own. I made first team all conference both years. So I hold my own, but I got my work ethic from being with Jabril every day. When you watching Jabril go from nothing to get all these offers, and you the Robin to him, even though we don't really talk about it, I give all my credit. Got my work ethic from him.
Yo, shout out to Jabril, yo. Big ups yourself. No, so okay, so now you guys are you started from grade 11, right? Grade 11, grade 11 there, right? So grade 11, grade 12. What was the season like? What was your record like in your?
We won. I think we won over 20 games. Never lost more than 4 or 5.
Okay.
We couldn't beat Friends Central. Our rivals. We couldn't beat them.
Okay.
I don't know why. I mean, they was good. My boy Dev Coleman committed to Clemson.
Okay.
Karan Davis played at Niagara. Milt Jefferson, McDonald's All-American.
Okay.
They had one of the top freshmen in the country. Couldn't really beat them. We beat Westtown, which was I'm darn Daniel Ochoa. He's 7 foot.
Damn.
He played at Nova, won the national championship. Played a lot of talent. ANC had Rocky Christmas, McDonald All-American. I'm guarding him. Savon Goodman, 6'9", V. I'm guarding them dudes. So our league Friends League back then was the league to be in. Okay. So like we lost in the semis every year. Every year.
So you go into the offseason with that fire.
Fire, but at the same time, we 6'3", 6'4". Yeah. It's hard. We ain't delusional.
So why y'all ain't go get another big man or something?
We try everyone, but no one transcripts can get into AFS.
The school is because you said it was an academic
school,
right?
Private school. It's hard to get into.
Okay.
But honestly, man, I played soccer too.
Okay.
I was first team all soccer.
Oh yeah.
I played baseball, starting pitcher, starting shortstop. So I was
Oh, you
living.
was you was
I
you
was
was killing
killing
all the
all three
sports.
sports. Yeah. So I was
Okay.
living life.
Okay.
Mm.
So then you so now you guys are just so Jabril leaves now, goes to Georgetown.
Goes to Georgetown.
So does he leave the same year that you leave, or
Yeah, we all graduated together.
all graduate together?
Mhm.
So they all leave, but then you run into some problems with the SATs. So take us into that and what happened there. Was it just not focus? The girls outside of school. What was going on?
No, so like Jabril had Georgetown. I had a lot of, I had a lot of Ivy Leagues. I had like George Masons, NJITs, Fairleigh Dickinson. I might have had every D2 school in Eastern of the border. I had every D2, had every D3.
Mm-hmm.
Just I went to visit the Columbia and Yale.
Yeah.
It's just the SATs wasn't.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. We had SATs Saturday morning, 8 a.m. I'm out before, not really locked into the SATs. I'm thinking I'm just gonna breeze through.
By, yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out. Because at that time I think I was in top 5 small forwards in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Whatever one of them. So like, not being able to qualify, it was like hurt. I had to go to junior college. I don't think people know. I never heard of junior college in my life.
Not even on your radar.
I never heard of it. Like my uncle was the head athletic director at Community College Philadelphia, but I didn't know what that was. So I had to like go to junior college, like top people in Philadelphia who didn't commit somewhere. I killed there. I had any JUCO I could have went to. I visited North Dakota, but then I found home at Monroe Community College in Rochester, New York, and then that's when the journey began.
Okay, so you go over now. You're in Monroe in New Chester, New York, right? The first year, how was the first year? Do you come out the first year guns blazing, or what goes on in that first year in your season?
That whole summer, I'm like, I'm going to JUCO to D1. Like, I'm working my ass off. I'm cool. I'm going to JUCO. I'm going to kill. Like,
I'm
coach
gonna be here 1 year.
Yeah, coach said, you're going to come here and do your thing. Shout out to my coach, Jerry Burns. We still talk to this day.
Hey.
He's my guy. So I'm thinking I'm going to go in there. I'm going to kill.
Yeah.
But y'all know me. First time away, college.
Oh,
I'm partying.
Yeah.
Girls, I'm everywhere. So I'm not really locked in. And I brought 2 Philly guys with me, like my brother Mike and my man Eddie.
Okay.
I brought my 2 Philly boys with me. So I'm thinking us 3 going to shut it down. Man, I'm not focused. I get into practice, I'm not playing at all. This just was a bad year, man. I'm just partying, man. I'm just girls there every night, boom, boom, boom. So I just remember during Christmas breaks, coach said, yo, you about to go home. Called my mom, said, yo, you're about to come home. We not like what he's doing. So I had to fix up. Second semester, I started starting, doing what I needed to do. And then I just remember coach cut like 9 players, man.
Half the team.
Half the team.
More than half the team.
He kept me. He said, yo, you staying here this whole summer and you not going home, you locking in. I trust you. You're going to be the captain next year.
Okay.
Then that's when
you locked in.
But that's when I knew I can balance both. Okay. I can balance the partying, the girls, the school, and basketball.
But how you know, though? Because you was not focused in the beginning, right? And y'all wasn't doing that good because he wasn't focused. So what gave you the confidence to say, yo, I can balance both? With him keeping you just because he kept you, right? Okay.
I had to balance. If I wanted to do that, I wasn't willing to change. So something had to change.
He said, yo, the girls got to be here and I got to do ball. All right, that's fair.
I had to lock in.
That's fair. So second year now, right? You locked in. You've been there all summer. You've been training. Did your 2 Philly boys, did they get to stay too or they got cut?
They left. So it was like they was starting, like it was crazy. Like my boy Mike and Eddie, they was doing their thing first semester. Second semester, they kind of fell off, and coach ain't want them back.
Okay. So they gone. So you pretty much on your dolo right now.
On my dolo.
So you're on your dolo.
And that team was the most talented team I ever played with.
Oh yeah. The first semester.
My second semester.
Second semester. Okay.
All my guys went pro besides like one of them.
Oh yeah.
But the crazy thing about our team is all New York dudes. So I don't know if y'all know about New York. They don't really like click right away, I'm the only Philly boy, so we wasn't cool. The whole team was not cool until we went to the club this one night. I ain't never told this. We went to the club.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. We all get into a brawl with the other team. You know what I mean? With somebody in the crowd. I'm running on the highway chasing somebody. Everybody chasing somebody. Then my man Javari broke his hand. Like I started in shooting guard. So we like, damn. What we gonna tell coach? We told coach he punched the wall and mad at 2K or something. But that's brought our team together. And then second semester, I'm starting running the show, leading our team in assists. We top 3 in the country. You know, we doing our thing. You know, everyone getting looks. I got D1 looks. You know, I tear my ACL, man. I come down, do a jump pass, tear my ACL. It was All-Star Weekend, February 15th. I remember because I was going to watch the dunk contest. So, you know, in February, March Madness starts, you know.
Right after that.
Tear my ACL. Then that was the breaking point for me. I'm like, man, I worked so hard to get to this point, and I'm this close to D1. All I need to do is get to the tourney.
I'm good.
I'm going to get my offers. We going to win. I couldn't even go to the tournament. I had to watch from home. We lost in like Final Four. Like, it was tough.
See, okay, so you get all this work. You've been putting in all this work. It's paying off. I'm saying you balling out. And I see, like I said, I watched your highlights, and you was really a facilitator. I seen you like you was feeding everybody, driving to the hole, dishing behind the back. I see all that. So you get here now. You get injured, tear your ACL. What's going through your head now? Because if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned to me that from that point, that was where it really changed you. Tearing that ACL, having to go through that rehab, having to watch your teammates. What was that like? Because, for example, for me, when I split my kidney, like I wanted my team to win, but I didn't want them to win without me. I ain't gonna lie. You know, what was your thought process? What was your mindset when you tore that ACL?
I was watching every game. I was the captain. Like I made sure everybody was together. Like somebody needed food, I made sure they was good. So like we was really brothers over there, you know. So like they was more hurt than I was hurt, you know. Especially the ones that was with me first year. So I was watching them from home. I just remember like crying, like, Mom, we got no schools, you know. I just remember Coach Burns said, "Hey, you're gonna stay in this hotel across the street because I couldn't stay in dorms. I'm gonna stay in this hotel and you're gonna rehab." I don't know if people know rehabbing from ACL is gonna make or break you, and that's when I started getting the grind, you know. And then I found a D2 school, Millersville, in Pennsylvania, who wanted to take me as like a red shirt or something. Then I ended up at Millersville.
Okay. So just before I dive into Millersville, that rehab process, can you take me more in depth into that rehab process? What was a day in the rehab process like, day to day?
You know, I would go to my physio. You know, the rehab process is crazy. Like, you can't walk. You gotta learn how to walk again. You gotta get your knees straight. You can't bullshit this. You gotta lay down right. There's no like, there's no part. You know, you gotta chill. You know, so like that. I'm not like, I don't like sitting down. That was the most hardest part. But like, once you learn how to walk again, you start having fun with it. Fun with the process. I started having fun with the process. Like, first step, I can walk. I can flex my knee. I'm in a pool. Now I can move in the pool. Now I can jump. The scariest part is when they say, "Yo, you can start running." I said, "Whoa."
Yeah, I ain't ready for all that.
You forget how to run. Just imagine my whole body forgot how to run. So once you learn how to run, and then getting on the court was the dopest part, the slow process, not being able to jump, just dribbling, can't move. That whole process. But it's crazy though. I think I was like the first person out of my whole finger group of brothers to tear the ACL.
Really?
Because everybody started tearing their shit afterwards.
You start a trend.
I think I started the wrong trend. Cause like I ain't never heard of the ACL, and that's when D Rose tore his shit.
Oh, that same year.
Like around that, like that's when the Kevin Word thing happened.
Yeah.
So like I had all my people.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, that one was crazy.
Yeah, so I had all my people supporting me, mom supporting me. So that was cool. I just enjoyed the process.
See, was there ever any doubts coming back onto the court? You know, coming from that ACL, because now, like, you know, you just did a jump pass and you tore your ACL. So now coming back onto the court, was it ever like, yo, any hesitation, any doubt with movements, anything like that?
It took a while for me to get onto the court because the way I played.
Okay.
So I probably ain't played competitive until like the end of my Millersville end of that.
Okay. 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 So now you go to Miller's College now, right?
Mhm.
So Miller's College, what happened there?
It was D2, good D2. I'm in Millersville. I can't play. Like I don't even feel like I'm part of the team. Like I feel like
Because you're redshirting right
yeah,
now.
they don't really care. I got my little physio I'm doing. So I just fall out. If not like caring. Like then like now I'm at Millersville. Way more chicks. And I can't hoop. All I cared about was rehabbing girls.
Yeah.
I'm not going to class. I'm in bed. I got girls there. I'm not really locked in. Cause I'm not. I feel like the team wasn't like coach not checking on me. I'm just like, what am I here for? You know. So like, I'm just at Millersville partying and doing rehab with girls. You know. So I wasn't locked in. And then second semester, I'm starting to get my groove back. I'm starting to play with the team. The coach is like, oh yeah, you gonna run the show next year. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm hyped. Meanwhile, I'm not going to no class still. Like, I'm not really locked in. I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna be eligible, coach. I don't think. Then our coach was leaving. Our coach was getting fired. And I said, oh yeah, I'm definitely moving.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I found out about Canada. So yo, let's do this Canada move. So my people, we call Canada.
You know there was snow out here? You want to come out here?
I thought I ain't gonna lie. I just thought Toronto. If I heard about I was coming away, I would never came. But so I'm like, we gonna do this Canada thing. So that's when we ended up at Thompson Rivers.
So you end up at Thompson Rivers. First session they got you playing one of Kelly Olynyk's friends, right? A guard. You killing him. Killing him. Barbecue chicken, right? What happens after that?
So shout out to my guy Scott Drew. He's still my guy to this day, though.
Shout out to Scott Drew.
But people are telling me Kelly Olynyk's. That's how I go into the office. Kelly Olynyk's dad is the AD. At this time, I don't even didn't know that. He's like, hey, what you think about Kelly Olynyk? He regular, you know. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to say. Like, I didn't know what you wanted me to say. So he was off my vibe. So you know, my boys know I played with a chip on my shoulder, and I ain't playing so long. So I'm
hungry,
killing Kelly Olynyk in this little run. You know, I'm thinking I'm about to. I have a jacket on. I'm doing the commitment thing. I'm ready to go. I'm like, I'm here. I found a new home. Come back next day, Scott Drew saying, "Hey man, Kelly Olynyk, people don't want to give you the rest of your scholarship. You don't like the way you was moving and playing with aggression." I said, wow. So now I got no school again. Gotta go back home to Philly, no school. So my mom is off Canada right at this point.
Yeah.
So McEwen, Eric Mendez, the one that really got me here. He said, "Yo, come down."
How he see your film? He see you from what Thompson?
Scott Drew.
Okay.
Thompson Rivers called Eric and said, "Hey,
okay,
I got this player, but he a wild card."
Okay.
Eric said, "All right, bam, bring him up."
All right.
I signed before I even got here. I didn't know where I was going.
Okay.
So I ended up at McEwen, and that's when Kenny Johnson became Kenny Johnson.
So okay, you get to McEwen now, right? Kelly Olynyk's pops they didn't want you because you said his son is just a regular, you know. So you come here now, you get to Grand McEwen. Do you play your first year?
I get here, they talking about I'm academic and eligible. I said, what you bring me here for? How am I eligible at Thompson Rivers, but not eligible here? So I was already off them. But my best friend Lee Damager, we came in together. He transferred in. So like we just pushed through. But like people don't understand, I was the first American at McEwen. As a team. I'm coming here with tattoos, neck tats. I'm talking different. I got my hair dyed. I'm just being me. Same person this day. It just the school didn't really adjust to it. You ever meet the head man of your college before? Imagine me meeting him telling me, "Hey Kenny, the way you gotta be able to adjust." I'm like, I feel like y'all gotta adjust to me. Yeah. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Like in practice, I used to kick the ball, throw the ball. I was so passionate and mad that I couldn't play. So first semester, I'm out the whole first semester. I'm like, yo, this is 2 years I can't play. I gotta pass 3 classes.
Yeah.
So off the court though, like I said, now you be an American boy, a Philly boy, into Canada.
Yeah, you're a commodity right now here.
It's still the same way.
Yeah,
But
you
back
cool.
then, I had no control. I'm doing whatever I want. I'm at the club. I can't hoop, so I'm at the club. I'm gonna go to practice, kill y'all at practice, go to the club. So I'm meeting new people, girls. I'm just not locked in. I'm living a movie right now. So when second semester come up, I felt psychology. So now I'm out for the season.
Dang. So you didn't even get to play no games at
No,
home?
never played at McEwen. Just practice. And I'm supposed to be the one that changed McEwen. So I'm out for the whole season. So now we back at square one. Now I got to pass 4 classes.
You got to pass that psychology too.
So I'm in. Now I go to summer school and all that. I'm passing classes. Off the court, I got beat up by the cops.
So go into that incident a little bit more. You know, you go to the club, you go to White Ave. You know what I'm saying? You're doing your thing. Tell me about that incident.
I think it's called billiards. I'm at billiards. I'm with my boy Lee. I promise you, I'm just buying everybody shots. I don't know why I was doing. I was with the hockey girls. We chilling. Like, you know, I just hear somebody just grab me and sling me somewhere. And I say, yo, what you doing? Yeah. Next thing I'm getting thrown down steps. My boy Lee helping me. I get outside. He pushed me to the ground. I got like the knife stick to my neck, cop knee on me and my boy. And everybody coming outside like, Kenny doing Kenny stuff again. But I never forget when I'm screaming Trayvon Martin at the time. No one knew the hell I was talking about. It's crazy coming down to what happened. George Floyd and all that, and people that was there, they were like, damn, Kenny was right. So now I have that incident. All to come find out because I walked in with the bouncer's girl. The school hears about it, coach hears about it. They don't really believe me what's going on. So that's another hurdle I got to handle. And then I write a paper. I'm supposed to write a paper. I wrote this paper when I was in junior college. All I did was just change the date. Boom, hand it in. Teacher said plagiarize. So I meet with the head of the school. I'm already on probation. I meet the head of the school. They talking about plagiarizing, boom, boom, boom. Basically, they kicked me out of school because they hit me with, you're going to be ineligible for next semester, first semester. I said, hell no, I'm out. And that was me at McEwen, man. Never got to play 1 minute, just practice.
Jeez. So you pretty much ain't played ball for like 2.5 years right now. So like, yo, what's your mindset now? Like, yo, am I gonna play still? Like, yo, what's going on? Like, I keep trying. I keep getting hit with hurdle after hurdle after hurdle. Right? So what's your process? What's your mindset after not playing? You just got beat down by the cops here. Like, now you're facing plagiarism. Like, what's going through your head?
Man, I had to live in a hotel, man. I just had to realize I gotta take ownership eventually. I know I'm getting bad luck, but I'm doing the bad luck. I mean, I'm part of the reason too. Like, I ain't part of the cops or the plagiarism, but I'm part of me being in this position. So I had to learn how to stop blaming people, you know? So living in the summer, I'm living in the hotel, La Chateau. I'm staying there for like a month and a half, trying to get schools. King's University on me. Concordia on me. Sound crazy, don't it? Augustana, no school in Canada wanted me. They say, yo, I heard about your attitude. Everybody always heard about something. I had no one vouching for me. So I'm like, yo, I'm about to go home. Then I think my basketball career probably been over. But my assistant coach at McEwen, Thomas Silfka, he said, yo, come to Red Robin. I said, I pull up in my Red Robin. He said, I'm gonna bring you to Grande Prairie. And I'm like, Grande Prairie, that's where my best friend Lee go. He say that shit sound horrible. You got nowhere else to go. I'm like, all right, we going there. He said, yo, you get one chance.
Can't mess up.
Can't mess up. So I'm like, all right, bet, we going there. He said, you got some Americans? I said, we got some Americans there. Oh, we booming. Right. So my boy to this day, Mike Clemens, I hit him up. I said, yo, bro, I'm ready to come work. He messaged back. I heard a lot about you, man. Let's come here and be ready to hoop. I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm gonna kill him then. I was trying to be nice. You talking reckless. Then we got this other American, man. So I'm talking to this girl at this time.
Mm.
I told the girl, I'm going to Grand Prairie. She's like, yo, Ken, you know the boy, my man I'm talking to, who I be ducking calls, he go to Grand Prairie. I was like, see, I'm going here with more drama.
You're already going with a target on your back.
And he already talking about, hey man, we don't really need you. We don't really want you. I said, all right, bet. So I get out there off the bus with one suitcase, no phone at the time, just broke my phone. I got an iPad and a little TV. So I come there with a suitcase, an iPad as my phone, no data, and a, and a little suitcase. First day of open gym, I don't think I ever played that good. I made sure everybody that this is gonna be my shit. Then we ain't got nothing to talk about.
Kill everybody.
And that's when the journey of me playing in Canada began.
Okay, so you've gone through. You know, you're living in a hotel pretty much right now, trying to find schools. Get one opportunity. One thing I like that you said was that you came to a realization that, like, yo, I can't be blaming this shit on everybody else. Like, yo, you gotta take full responsibility for your own actions. So I'm finding myself in these situations over and over and over again. It's my fault. And as soon as you decide to take responsibility for your actions, you got the opportunity to go Grand Prairie. Now you know you gotta lock in because it's like your one opportunity here now, right? So you get to Grand Prairie, you already got a little bit of drama, a little bit of static. But what happens after that now? You go into your first season, how you play, what's the experience like?
Grand Prairie, man, that's like my second home. So Grand Prairie changed my life. Everybody know I'm Grand Prairie till forever. So first year, I had to become a 2 guard, and the whole time I was a 1 throughout college. And everybody know back then I couldn't shoot the ball at all.
Facilitator.
I just was like coming to Canada.
Yeah.
I just can get to the bucket at will and pass.
Okay.
So like I was at McKeown, people used to go under the screen. So I was never a big time scorer. I just scored in bunches. High school, I just scored in the tangibles, did all the little things. So going to Grand Prairie, they want you to be the guy. You know, like the Americans, it's like overseas. When you bring Americans here, imports, they want you to be the guy. So, you know, I'm playing it too, you know, so I'm learning how to play without the ball. I haven't done that in so long. I gotta learn how to shoot, pick my spots. Then here, you know, people playing box ones, double teaming you, you know. So, you know, I averaged 21 my first year, you know. Played with my boy Mike Clemens, you know. We made the playoffs, one of the best records in Grand Prairie, you know. We was good. You know, lost in the Final Four, you know. It was a good experience. But like that year though, I just felt like Grand Prairie was home. You know, and then my second year, I lose all my players. Then one thing about Grand Prairie, we don't get the best talents. We gonna get the guys from towns you never heard of. We gonna get the guys the leftovers, low key. So my year, I got a bunch of 18-year-olds, a bunch of 19-year-olds, dudes that just happy to play college. You know, we went 4 or 5 games that year. I'm averaging 25.
Jeez.
So that process there, it was just, I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna work out every day. I'm gonna perform. But I can't control if we losing because I know my bros on the team, they not about to go put the same work in them because they trying to be doctors, lawyers, or real estate, whatever. So like I can't force my guys into the gym. So I had to learn I can't be mad at these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm supposed to do my role and do what I need to do. So that year was just hard. You know, I go get my 25. I'm partying. Might have thought we was undefeated that year.
You out here.
I'm out here. Life. Grand Prairie was my time. There's no wrong I can do out there. So I was fine. It's just a lot of dudes would have left that situation or couldn't handle that situation. But Grand Prairie taught me that I can handle both. I can go party to 3 a.m. I can get up at 6. I can go to class, work out at night, and do it all over again. That's why I learned how to balance everything. I took ownership of everything.
So you took full responsibility. Like, yo, I gotta go do this right now, right? Irregardless of what my situation is, I gotta produce.
Facts.
Right? So you go, that's your second year, all conference, right? You're all conference.
Back-to-back years.
Back-to-back years, all conference. I'm pretty sure that year you lead your team in rebounds, assists, everything, right? LeBron in the finals out here. So after that, you come to a decision where you're like, yo, after that season, you're like, yo, you're thinking about leaving, right? Tell me a little bit about that. Why didn't you leave, and why were you thinking about leaving?
The reason I didn't want to leave.
Mm.
Somebody in the Grand Prairie Athletic Department told me to leave.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm all confused because I had no intentions of leaving.
Okay.
He said you should leave. You're not, you get because Thomas, the guy that brought me, was stepping down.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh shit. I'm going to Paris anyway. I got invited to train in Paris. Whatever. It's like the little pro thing. I got to train out there for a month. So I said before I leave, make my decision. Other schools, not every school won't be interested. But I just thought to myself, I want to be the first. I want to be the first. Like, I don't want to go to another school and start over. Like, because if I go to that school, they not gonna be able to. Damn, Kenny was partying last night. If I go there, Kenny, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be out in the streets. So I'm like, let me stay home.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, let me put Grand Prairie on the map.
Yeah.
And let me be their first player of the year.
Yeah.
Let me be their first All Canadian. Let me be their first whatever. So I said, I don't care who the coach is. So I come back, find out the coach is my assistant coach, Evan Lloyd. That's my favorite coach. I come back, I'm like, I don't think Evan said 3 words to me all year. How he gonna coach me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh man, I don't know about this one, Evan. Call another coach, said I might be ready to go, man. Bags is packed. Sat down, I'm like, I can't leave, yo. I'm gonna stay. I decided to stay because I built so much here. Like, I can't leave a school that gave up on that didn't give up on me. That don't even make sense.
Yeah. All other schools wasn't taking you.
And
the one school that gave you a chance.
Yeah, now all the schools want me, so I decided to stay, and that was the best decision of my life.
So that final year is like a movie. You drop 32 points a game. 32 points a game. Right? You win Player of the Year, All Canadian. That year, you become the leading scorer for Grande Prairie, 17,000 points. Tell me what that year was like, what that experience was like. How was it going through, thinking back about all the obstacles and the hurdles that you would have overcame just to be able to play. You didn't play for 2.5 years. You first the SATs, then Miller's College, you tear your ACL, and you come to Canada, you're ineligible, then plagiarism, and you get beat down, then you come here, you finally, it's like your last chance. Last chance, you get an opportunity to go to Grande Prairie. 2 years, all conference back to back, leading your team in scoring. Your final year now, huge year. Take me into that year. That was a legendary year, so take me into that year.
I want to shout out my teammates that year, especially my boy Yazzer, my best friend Yazzer. I had Tamimi, I had the goalie, I call him Pops. I had my boys there with me, I didn't care about winning a championship. It sounds crazy because I knew my team wasn't that good. My best player, Yaz, towards ACL. Tamimi was in and out. I brought my JUCO boy there, Alex. So I was cool, but I knew we wasn't gonna win a championship. I ain't the loser. I'm gonna try to win, but I said I'm gonna win Player of the Year. I'm gonna win All Canadian. I'm gonna be the all-time leading scorer. I'm gonna lead country in scoring. I used to post that every day. I'm gonna make sure everybody gonna feel my drip.
So you were seeing this before the season even started?
Yeah. I was the first guy to post their own highlights, so people didn't really like that, So, but everybody don't know that group I played with. We still brothers. That group, so like it was a fun year. And like I said, I already knew what I wanted to do. I remember my first game. I had 5. No. First game I had 5. I think I had 5. But before the season, I had pancreas problems.
Really?
Stomach. So I couldn't play preseason.
Oh.
Like I was in pain. So I had to take medicine. So I was out for like 3 weeks. Okay. So I get back. Weekend, I had 5 points. I just remember damn. My boy Pop, and yo, bro, what you doing? Like, you on bullshit right now. So I just remember I'm in KFC. I was like, we ain't gonna let that happen again. Then after that, I just took off. Like I just was so locked in that year. I just don't people understand. Like I was locked in, 1,000 shots in the morning,
Mm.
1,000 shots a day. I'm locked in on my craft. Got no trainer. I just got a rebound. My man Jay rebounded me for my whole time I was there. Just locked in. I wore 24 Kobe. I was on Kobe mode. So I just that year was just like I just wanted to put this. I just wanted everybody to know I was the best player in the country, and all from Toronto, Quinnipiac, U Sport, all that. And I did what I had to do. I had 32. What was that? 32, 7 and 7. I was like the leading scorer in all of college basketball. So
All
like,
the college sports.
so like that year, I think I had one of the best years you could have in college. But like people understand, off the court, I had my son. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with off the court, man. I was partying. I was still partying. The crazy thing, I was partying. Like you might, this bro's got a game in the morning. But it was so I was so locked in that it's effortless. I'm getting boxed in ones. I'm gonna go get you 40 back to back nights. And the crazy thing about my team was I had a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds. No offense to nobody, but you go look at other teams, American, they got 29-year-olds, 30-year-olds, but I'm not running from no smoke. But like I said, I don't think no one. I think I was the best college player. Like we just talk about stats and talent wise, I was the best they seen. So that year was just everything.
You left your mark.
I was the empire. I think I'm the reason why Americans are coming.
So you say you changed the game?
I changed the game in college. College ACAC, I changed it.
Okay. And so now I'm gonna kind of dive a little bit into in all those experiences, like for example, for an athlete, a young kid right now that might be going through injuries, whether it be a tear ACL or they're being a red shirt, whatever the injury might be. What advice you overcoming multiple injuries, right? You overcame ACL. I didn't even get into the ulcer yet, but yeah, pancreatic problems. Yeah, all these different injuries. What advice would you give to a young ball player right now for going through an injury?
Man, it ain't supposed to be easy, no matter what you do. Even the best players had to go through something. But the one day the game gonna test you. They're gonna see how bad you want it. I told dudes, do you love the game? You like the game? I say this the whole time. Imagine you dating a girl. It's different between loving a girl and liking a girl. So when the game tests you, you're gonna see if you like it or love it. If you like it, you're gonna fool it. If you love it, you ain't gonna make no excuses. You're gonna keep pushing. So that's all I can tell you. It's no babying them. If you want it, you're gonna find a way.
I like that.
You know?
I like that. So you finish your college career now, right? As arguably the best Canadian collegiate career ever, right? What happens after that? So now you're gonna go play pro? Is you trying to go to the NBA? What's the next moves?
I don't think people understand that what I did in college to score 1,700 in only 3 years. A lot of dudes can't do that in 5. I did that in 3 on not a talented team. So like doing all that, I'm thinking I'm about to get deals. I'm scoring 60. I'm going 40-40s back to nights. No one was doing what I was doing. I don't think understand. The closest player to me was like 21 a game.
Jeez, so it's like you
by far, and I won Player of the Year, and we won 9 games. We didn't make playoffs.
Damn.
You had to give it to me. There was no one else close. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking I'm about to go into I'm gonna get everything I want out of this. But then back then, ACAC wasn't that big. I'm the first one to do it. So like, I went to Lithuania, went to Turkey. Can't remember where I went else. I went to somewhere else. I got cut from every place. Then you get offers. Hey, you want to do a Eurobasket camp? You want to pay $3,000? $3,000. I scored 32 a game. Tripping. Now I go get offers. It's like $200 a month, $100 a month. I'm not taking that. So that was hard for me though. Like I feel like I've done everything possible. At that time, if it was this time when I was playing, I'd be in the CBL. It was just I was the first to do it. It was just hard to get somewhere out of that. So it was tough not playing. So I went to Vancouver, working out with EK Hoop. Shout out to her. Training in Vancouver, waiting on opportunity. I'm training with Dreesy. He did trade. He's like NBA trainer.
Mhm.
I'm doing everything possible.
Mhm.
People are trying to help, but people don't really know how to help at the time. So I got to find a second outlet. So I'm like, I went back. Just imagine I leave my school on a high note. And I come back as a coach. I just remember people on camera like, damn, I thought you'd have been somewhere already. So now I got to coach the people I already played. I could have went back. I said, I'm just going to coach.
Oh, so you could have gone back another year.
Yeah, I did everything you needed to do. I could have got my year back. I did everything I needed to do. So I was coaching on the girls' team, coaching on the boys' team. This is going into the next season. I'm coaching.
Mhm.
I'm not getting no deal. I'm still getting the same $200 deals, whatever. Shit was wild. I don't know how dudes pay for $200. You can't even say that's pro. Now everybody think they pro now. It's crazy, but now I'm doing a 3x, but I'm just trying to find a way. Now I finally get a call to go to Armenian, and I got a lot of money that year, more than a lot of people would get that year. So I went to go play in Armenian.
So actually, I almost forgot. Before we dive into your to playing pro, November 5th, 2017, you play against Nate. Tell me about that game.
So the night before, man, got this girl at the time. I got this other girl at the time. So I thought I broke up with the other girl. So my other girl comes in, swinging at me, broke my PS4 or whatever. It was a wild night. The night before, I just had 32 on them. We won. So I already had a crazy game. So the next day, I hear some chatter say, hey, your girl had sex with somebody on the other team. I don't believe it. I just remember the game, black boy talking, I had sex with your girl. I said, as you should. Go ahead. We going to put on the show now. First quarter, I don't score. I had 58. The best 58 you ever seen, So it's like, that is the highest scoring for a man in like the last 20 years.
See, it's okay. You was in the zone, you was in the zone.
Zone. Boxing one.
They were boxing one you. You still shot 58.
Yeah, I was just in my own. I don't even shoot three. I hit 10 threes that game.
Damn. Okay. Okay. So okay. You dropped 58 on them. So now coming back to you're going pro, right? So you're in Armenia. You get to the first team. You face a bunch of adversity here now. You're going pro. Talk about what it was like going pro overseas.